Hello everyone, students of grade 11 anatomy. This is the first online session for your distance learning week. In this lesson or in this period, we are going to cover an introduction about integumentary system. Probably we'll be going live streaming through Zoom or Google Meet, but I'm preparing this session as a backup plan in case for the first time the live streaming is not working. You will have this posted on your Edmodo, and it will be as well in your library so that you can refer to it anytime you want. Make sure that the session doesn't include all the information for this period. Instead, you have to refer to your Edmodo account. There are 3 or 4 posts that include the tasks that you need to finish for this session. So, today we are going to do just a brief introduction for integumentary system. We are going to describe the major functions and the major structures of the integumentary system. So the integumentary system has many tissues that protect the body. It's clear that the main function of the integumentary system is protection of the body, and you know that it's not the only system that perform this function. We have even the skeletal system that we'll be discussing in the coming weeks, hopefully. So the second function is, in addition to protecting your body, is to maintain homeostasis. And as you know, all the organ systems in your body help maintaining homeostasis in a way or another. So the question is, how does the integumentary system help in doing that? The integumentary system includes the largest organ in the body, which is your skin. Some students don't know that the skin is considered as an organ, but if we go back to the anatomy of the skin or the structures of the skin is made of many tissues, and hence it is referred to an organ. So the organ is the major part of the integumentary system, but not only the skin. Sorry, the skin is the main part of the integumentary system. Not only the skin, we have the nails and the hair as well. So on your journals, you are going to summarize the main ideas presented in this video. I will share with you the link on Edmodo. After you finish this presentation, go to the link, please. Open the video, watch it. It's only 1 minute video. Then copy in your notebook the main ideas of the video. And I'm expecting to send me the picture of your work by the end or before the end of this session. So the integumentary system helps, as we said, maintaining homeostasis in the body. And the main parts of the integumentary system are the skin, the hair, the nails, oil glands, sweaty glands, and proteins such as keratin. And there are much more proteins that are present in the skin and in the integumentary system, and I want you to search for the other types of the proteins that are present. So these are the main parts of the system. Again, the skin, the hair, and the nails, oil glands, sweaty glands, and proteins. So it's very obvious that these 3 structures have a common role or function that anyone can tell, which is protecting and covering the body parts. This is a magnified picture of protein, which is keratin, which is a major component of the skin, hair, and even nails. One more function of the integumentary system is removing wastes from the body. And if you do remember, when you explained about the excretory system, we said that the excretory system removes non-solid wastes from the body, and we included the skin. So the skin is a part of the excretory system as well as part of the integumentary system because it plays the same function in both structures, which is in both systems, which is removing water, excess water, salts, and urea from the body. So the integumentary system consists of many different tissues, as we said. Here we'll be discussing in this presentation briefly about the parts of the skin and the structures of the skin. So this picture shows layers of skin. At the top we have the epidermis, which is the uppermost layer of the skin. Here where we have dead cells that cover layers of dead cells, up to 10 layers of dead cells that cover your body. The main function of these cells is to form a barrier between the body and the environment outside the body. and there are pores as well, and there are oil glands that are connected to the hair, and these oil glands release oil into the outer layer of the skin, which is epidermis. Again, we are presenting here an overview about the lesson, the main ideas. Then we'll go into details in the coming periods. The cells of the epidermis produce keratin and melanin. So I will keep this part for you because these two proteins, and there are two more proteins, you need to, in this session, you need to make a table on your notebook and write the 4 types of proteins and their functions in the integumentary system. Anyway, let's cover these 2 proteins and you will do the other 2. So keratin makes cells waterproof and tough feeling, whereas melanin is a dark pigment that absorbs UV rays. And the presence of melanin is responsible for the color of the skin, whether it's dark or it's bright. And hence we can understand why in the north, most north areas in the earth, the skin tend to be more bright because they receive less UV rays, and having more melanin in the skin when we speak about regions that are close to the tropical area. This is kind of adaptation in order to prevent the absorption of UV rays or prevent the penetration of UV rays into the body. So the dermis, which is the second part of the skin, it's the thickest part of the skin and it contains the most important tissues that are responsible of the skin. This layer here contains here, as can you see, blood, arteries, capillaries, and veins. So here are the capillaries that supply the skin cells with the nutrients and oxygen. Here we have, as we said, the oil glands that are connected to the hair at the bottom of the hair. And then we have the sweaty glands that are part of the excretory system. And here we have the pressure receptors, which are part of the nervous system. These receptors are responsible for gentle touch and deep touch. Even we have here nerve endings connected to the hair cells, and we have even receptors responsible for pain as well. So there are a lot of structures that are part of the dermis, and each structure has a certain type. Now you might ask me about this part here, which looks like a small muscle. This is responsible for when you have goosebumps, you know that your hair tends stand straight. This is because of the contraction of these muscles. So again, we have the sweating glands, oil glands, pressure receptors, blood vessels, and hair follicles, which are the base of the hair cells. A hair follicle is a bit of cells that produce hair. The dermis also contains elastin and collagen. I'll let you search for these 2 later, or copy the function of these 2 proteins on your notebook. Now, beneath the dermis, we have the last layer of skin, which is the fat layer, or we call it subcutaneous layer. Now, the size of this layer is relative, or is different from one person to another, from one species to another, based on how much fat are there under the skin. The main function of fats in your body, as you know, is storage of energy, yet here there is more than that. This layer is responsible for insulating your body. It means keeping your body warm, making sure that your body temperature is 37. So that's it. We covered in this session the main parts and the main functions of the integumentary system. Again, the main parts are the skin, the hair, and the nails, and the main functions are maintaining homeostasis, protecting the body, and getting rid of wastes. So what is next? You need to draw and label on your journal the parts and layers of the skin. After you do that, you can refer to the image in this video, or you can check any other image on the internet. Send me a clear image for your work on Edmodo. Please use Cam Scanner in order to send me the picture of your work. And make sure that completion of this work has to be at the end of this session. It means if you are unable to send me a proof of your work, if you didn't finish the work, it's fine. at least a proof of your work within the 30 minutes left for the session, it means you didn't attend the session and you are absent as a result. So guys, please, let's take it seriously. Your work has to be submitted within the 45 minutes given for the session. Okay, and I'll be there waiting for you to send your work. And for Muhammad Rashid, I know that you are very, very slow, so you don't have to worry. Just send me before the session ends. Whatever you finished, send me a copy of it. Okay, and later on during the day until 2 p.m. I'll be waiting you to send me the final work. Again, this is only for Muhammad Rashid because I know that he's slower than the other students, so I'm giving you this chance because I know that you always submit your work, but always you are late. The rest, Saif, Jafar, Rashid, Muhammad, Abdullah, and Muhammad Rahma, please guys, you need to send this work before the session ends. And again, the attendance is taken as per completion of work. Please check Edmodo, there is a quiz. I'm giving you time to finish this quiz until 2 p.m. And there is a feedback. You need to mention your feedback. And that's it for today. So hopefully I will meet with you probably on Tuesday, I think. I already shared with you the timetable. Until that time, stay at home and stay safe.